Hello, I'm Sarah Bargijan and welcome to your yoga class with me today. I put a poll up on Patreon a few days ago asking my patrons what they would like me to teach today, and the resounding results came through that shoulders and neck ease and upper back ease were really wanted. So this is going to be a sequence that's going to be about that. Also, side angle pose, Kanasana, was asked for, so I'm going to bring in some elements from that as well. So thank you, patrons, and specifically to Terry, Evelyn, Kate Bull, and Camilla, who added a few more comments there, and a shout out to Amy McDonald and Angie Toms, my new patrons. Thank you for all of your support, and if you would like to become a patron and get lots of extra lovely freebies, yoga freebies from me, have a look at the description of this class below. The link is there, and all the different tier descriptions are there for you to choose from. So let's get on with the neck and the shoulders. Please have a blanket or a towel, a block and a strap. You don't need these. If you don't have them, you can do the sequence without them. They're just going to help and make it a little bit more challenging and a little bit more easy to make things go a little bit further in your range of motion with your shoulders. Let's start. Please come up to standing. You're going to need the wall here as well. So you might need to move your laptop closer to a wall that hasn't got a bookcase in front of it. And we're going to start by opening up the shoulders with the right side of your body closer to the wall, facing the wall. Step in so that you're about 30 centimeters away from the wall, and you can adjust that, and bring your right arm back so that it's parallel to the floor. Press your hand in pretty firmly, and then turn away from the wall. Don't turn too quickly or too far. You want to be able to keep your shoulders relaxed as you do this and not jarring up in response. Press through the heel of your hand and through the fingerprints of that right hand, and maybe turn the barrel of your chest a little bit more away from the wall. Stay with this. It's worth staying here a little while, about 15 more seconds. Stand tall as if you were in mountain pose. So your feet are together, you're squeezing your legs. Even bring the left shoulder back a little bit here as well. Okay, now turn towards the wall, and then we'll do the second side. So set yourself up, feet together, mountain pose. Bring your left arm back, and then turn away from the wall. So you're rotating your chest into the center of the room, and even turn your feet a little bit here as well. Do it carefully and slowly. We're just beginning here, so don't push things too far. And again, try and bring ease into both of your shoulders. Don't let them hitch up by your ears. And move that right shoulder back a little bit as well. Press the bottom tips of your shoulder blades into the back of your heart as you stand tall. Good, now turn back to center. One more pose using the wall. Stretch your arms up. Oof, I got a bit wobbly there. Stretch your arms up. Again, about 30 centimeters away from the wall, maybe a little bit further, and separate your feet. Press your hands into the wall, and then come into Utkatasana, chair pose. Slide your hands down. Keep pressing your hands into the wall. Lift your chest, and just gaze at the wall at your eye height. And press your hands in as firmly as you can. 3, and again, press the bottom tips of your shoulder blades into the back of your heart. 2, 1, and come all the way up. And come straight into downward facing dog. So just step one foot forward, place your hands, step back, and repeating that shape that you just did against the wall. Push your hands forward. Press the bottom tips of your shoulder blades into the back of your heart. Firm your abdominal muscles, so knit in the lower ribs. Squeeze your legs strong. And then turn your head, no, 2 or 3 times. And then yes, yes, yes. Really big yeses. Look up, look all the way, hit your pubic bone, and then up again. Then let your head hang. Then bring your knees down to the floor. And come into Anahatasana, so puppy dog pose. Walk your hands forwards and apart. Make it a wide-handed puppy dog pose. My little fingers are actually off the mat here. And then bring your forehead either to the floor or onto your block. If your forehead doesn't come to the floor, then put it onto your block. And as you did in downward facing dog, knit in the lower ribs, get the abdominal muscles engaged here, and press your hands down firmly. Put a little lift into your armpits. 3, slightly press your knees towards each other. 2, 2, 1. Then raise your head, look at your hands, walk your hands back. So now you're at hands and knees. And then round your back. Push your toenails down into the floor. Do this slowly because we're doing completely the opposite action of what you've just been doing. It's a little bit kind of defrosty, right? Do you feel like as you separate your shoulder blades away from each other here, it just takes a little bit of time. Feel that. Look towards your navel, press your tailbone towards your nose. And then come into child's pose. Before you do, just lift your chin, lift up your sitting bones. Then, as you bring your feet together, sit down onto your hips and walk your hands forward. And again, the block is there if you want to bring your forehead onto the floor. Now come back up to hands and knees and lie all the way down onto your belly. Reach your right arm straight out to the side. And then as you press your left hand down, lift the left side of your body up towards the left side of the room and see if you can slide your right hand a little bit further away as you come onto the right side of your body. Bring your head to the floor. Now you can keep your left foot on the floor ahead of the right foot or possibly step it behind the right leg as you turn. Keep pressing the right hand down. So this is very similar to what you did when you were standing up in our first pose. But now you're using a bit of body weight and possibly taking things a bit further. Bring your belly back down to the floor and then go to the other side. Bring your right hand down, stretch the left arm out to the side. Lift up a little bit here in your chest. Get a little bit of a turn first, then come down. Bring your head down. And again, option with the right leg. It can be in front of the left leg or possibly behind. Go slowly, go carefully, be gentle with your shoulder. And again, relax the head completely on the floor. And then come back to lying on your belly. And bring your hands down by the sides of your ribs. For Cobra, press your toenails down. Move your legs a little closer to each other if they're wide apart. Press them toward each other as you lift up. It's important to have strong arms and shoulders and upper back as well as flexible and pliant ones. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Slightly press them down away from your ears. Lift your chin, maybe come up a bit further if you can. Now come up to hands and knees and sit cross-legged. So the blanket is here for you to sit on. And sit with your right leg in front. We're going to come in a little bit more into the arm shape that we have in Kanasana in side angle pose. So walk your feet a bit further away from each other, press your feet down, squeeze your knees, bring your left hand to the floor, bend the elbow, drop the shoulder. Now bring your right arm across your face. Now we don't do this in Kanasana, but this is a nice way to set up what you will be doing. Press in the right ribs. Now reach this arm straight up to the ceiling. Turn the palm towards the left side of the room and then bring your arm over your ear. This is more the shape of side angle pose. Good. Now we're going to change this again. Reach around and with your right hand grab the tip of your left ear, the top of your left ear, and let your head rest in your hand as you push the elbow up towards the ceiling and then back a little bit behind you. Carry the weight of your head in your neck as much as you feel you need to, but if you can, relax it down a bit more, then do. Quite a lot of strain on the left arm here, carrying your body weight. And let's come out of this now. Push your left hand down, straighten it, bring your right arm up, bring it down to the floor, bend the elbow, drop the shoulder. And then again, reach your left arm over the front of your face. So you're kind of obscuring your vision here. Soften the left hip, press the left ribs in, then reach your arms straight up, turn your palm to the right side of the room, come into the side angle pose, sort of feeling in that top arm and shape. Reach up, try and get longer arms. You need some strength, some welly. Use your muscles to get that length, to create a little more space in the joints, the shoulder, the elbow. And then wrap your arm around your head. Let your head rest in your hand. Push your left elbow up towards the ceiling and then back a little bit more. I find my right shoulder really needs a bit more time and effort here. It's very glued. Press your head into your hand if you're feeling that too. I promise you it's worth it. This discomfort is worth it. Then straighten the arm, come all the way up. And then roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Very slowly. Be very interested in trying to get the full range of motion as you go back and forwards and up and back. Good. Okay, now come into downward facing dog. So take the mat or the blanket away, I should say. Place your hands and step back. Notice how your shoulders feel here. And bring your 2 feet together. Raise your right leg up for 3-legged dog. And then step your right foot forward in between your hands. Bring your back heel down, preparing for warrior 2. Reach your left hand forward. Try and keep your right knee at a right angle here and come up. Right arm forward, left arm back. Soften your shoulders and press your hands away from each other. Squeeze your arms strong. You're hugging the muscle to the bone. Now do this variation. Bend the right elbow, turn the right palm up. Lightly rest your forearm, turn your back palm up, and then rainbow this left arm over your head. And then move the right ribs over to the left side of the room and lift up and stretch up. Now for a moment here, take your right arm off your leg. Now you can bring the arm back onto the leg or possibly bring your fingertips to the outside of the heel. You could reach around for your block here as well. Straighten your back leg or just keep your arm on your leg. Now bring the top arm back, back, back. 3 behind your head as much as you can. 2, 1. Now look down, bring your left hand down, pick up your back heel and step back to downward facing dog. Push your hands forward. Squeeze your legs strong. Turn your inner elbow creases slightly forwards in between your thumbs and then push down through the bases of your thumbs and index fingers. Bring your feet together. Inhale the left leg up and back. And as you exhale, step your left foot forward. Again, warrior 2, bring your back heel down. Now set the left leg up now. Right knee more or less at a right angle, and you can lift your hips up more than that if you need to. Come up, straighten this back leg. Get your stance. So you can, by all means, bring this foot a little bit closer in if you need to, but if you can sit deep, do. Squeeze your bottom. So Virasana 2, warrior 2, we're now going to do Kanasana, side angle pose. Bend the left elbow, turn the palm up, lightly rest the forearm, turn your right palm up, and then bring your arm over your head. And it's not just the palm, it's the whole arm is rotating out. Then bring the arm back a little bit more behind your head. Turn your belly and chest. And then pick up this left forearm, abdominal muscles engaging. This hand can come onto the floor outside of the heel, or you can leave the forearm back onto the leg. 3, 2, be strong. Reach this top arm far from the back foot. 1, push that back foot down. Downward facing dog. Bring your hand down, pick up the back heel and step back. Good. Now, bring your knees to the floor and get your block. Come into a high kneeling position and use your block to sit on in Virasana. So put the block in between your ankles behind you on the lowest setting and slowly sit down. Now, if the lowest setting is too low, you can get another block or you can turn the block up a higher setting. And If for whatever reason this pose is a disaster for you, your knees or your ankles hurt, sit however you can. This is all about the arms. So from here, reach your arms forward. We're going to put the arms in a very different pattern. Bring your left arm under, the right arm on top, and cross as high as you can. So we're inwardly rotating the arms. Now from here, as you twist, you can grab your shoulders or possibly do eagle pose with your arms. So wrap a little bit more and place your hands together. Try not to cross your fingers, just use your strength to press your palms together. Then bring your wrists right in front of your face, soften your shoulders, and gently press your hands away from you. Make sure your shoulders are as relaxed as you can encourage them to be. And remember, you don't have to do this. You can have backs of hands together even, or just grab your shoulders. Let's do the other side. Unravel your arms. Stretch them wide, wide, strong eagle wings. Then bring your hands back to center. And this time bring the right arm under, left arm on top. If you did it the other way the other time, just make sure you're doing it the other way this time. Lift your elbows, gently press your hands away from your face. Knit in the lower ribs. Looks like Suki's settling down. Soften your shoulders and soften your jaw. Even move your jaw a little bit to the left and the right so you really know that that is soft too. You know, the jaw is connected to the tension we often hold in our upper backs and shoulders. Let that be soft too. Unravel your arms, widen your wings, and bring your hands onto your legs. Now drop your chin down. Then lift your chin and bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. And when you do this, try and make sure that you're very cleanly lengthening the right side of the neck. So you're not dropping the chin or lifting the chin, you're very much bringing the ear down towards the shoulder. Okay, then come up and go to the other side. Soften both of your shoulders. Come back up again. And then a full circle. So drop the left ear towards the left shoulder, then drop down. Go over to the right. Do this slowly. And then back. If you feel like your head's very heavy, then use your neck to hold some of the weight of your head. Slowly come down. One more circle in this direction. All the way. And then once you get to that left ear, then go to the other side. Back first. And then around, slowly, slowly, slowly. Second circle. Final circle. End at that left shoulder. And then lift your head up in a normal position. Okay, we're going to do a lying down easing of the shoulders and neck here. So pick yourself up and place your block or your book, whatever it might be, on your mat like this. And please get your belt and place it in front like this. Now the blanket is going to go here. And watch the screen for a moment. I'm going to show you what you're going to do. You're going to lie down and put the bottom tips of your shoulder blades onto your block or your book. And you can put a blanket over this to soften it a bit if you want. It's going to look like this, but don't do it yet. Watch the screen. What I'm going to do next is rest my head on the blanket, and then the hands with the palms facing up are going to scoop and get the strap. And then the strap is going to be held by the block as you bring the strap up and over your head. And then you're going to pull the strap taut. Okay, so do that. Bend your knees, lie down. Don't move the block, move your body over the block. Make sure that you feel like it's even on the left and the right side. Then with your palms up, bring your hands underneath the belt, the strap. Hopefully it's long enough. If it isn't long enough, or if you don't have one, you can see that you can do this without it. You don't really need it. It just helps to get that little bit of traction and sort of a point of reference. Rest your head, rest your neck, keep your knees bent, your feet on the floor. And if you've got the strap, pull it. And if you don't have the strap, just reach your hands behind you as best you can, kind of like you're having a lovely morning stretch. And possibly your hands will come a little closer to the wall, to the floor as you stay here for about 10, 15 more seconds. Soften your jaw, your neck, and breathe deeply and steadily. Then release the belt, release the pose. Bring your hands down by your sides. Dig your elbows into the mat so that you can lift yourself up and take the block away. Then lie down again and hug yourself, literally. So cross your right arm and your left arm over your body. Reach your hands around your shoulders. Similar to eagle pose, but this time you're going to press your elbows gently down in towards your heart. And then do the other side. So the other arm's on top. Just gently hugging. Give yourself a squeeze, a loving, tender squeeze. Then unhug yourself. Lengthen your legs long down the mat. Then interlace your hands behind the back of your head. Cradle the back of your head. Then, as you let the weight of your head rest completely in your hands, pick your head up and bring your chin towards your chest as you look towards your feet. Completely surrender the weight of your head. Be gentle here, don't overstretch the back of your neck. And slowly bring your head back down. Bring your hands down by your sides. Press your elbows down so that you can lift up your upper back and move your shoulder blades closer to each other, and then lie down on your upper back. Shavasana. 1 minute here. And as you lie here, really focus on relaxing your jaw, around your mouth and eyes, all down your neck and your shoulders, your arms, even your hands. Release the upper body completely. Now stay here longer if you want to and if you have time. I encourage it, I applaud it. Or, with me, bend your knees one leg at a time and roll over onto your right side. Pause here for a moment. Just notice how you feel. Still very much doing your yoga practice here. And press down with one hand and then the other. And bring yourself up to sit. Bring your hands into your heart and lower your chin so that it touches your fingertips. Then release your hands and bring your hands down onto your legs. Gently press down. Lift your heart, lift your chin. Bring your shoulders back, bring your throat back, and open your eyes. Namaste. Well done. If you feel like your legs and your hips haven't had enough movement or strengthening and you'd like to do a little bit more yoga, have a look at this class up here. Please do remember to like. Please leave any comments that you might have. I love your questions and ideas and feedback and insights. Let me know how the class went for you. And please remember to subscribe. Take care.